Out. All right. Here we go. All right. Welcome to, I guess, what will be the last, I think, uh, stream of the year for this channel, unless something random happens. Because I believe that this Saturday is actually into 2021 for the Astonishing Swordsman. But we are back with our Dungeon Crawl Classics campaign, one-on-one campaign in the Thousand Islands uh, world setting, I guess. Um, been pretty deep into it at this point. I think we're like session 18 or something. Um, uh, Nikki is playing a couple of PCs who have been traveling through the area. They are not from here, and learning about the culture and the magic and the various types of people, for lack of a better word. Um, Most recently, they have ventured into a small city, town, whatever you want to call it, surrounded by a wall keep. It's a bit bigger than a keep. Um, it apparently impenetrable wall to retrieve a book from the library inside, which you have done. You got the book. Hey,
Yeah.
on your way out, besides losing some limbs, which you can maybe talk about, you did in fact meet a soldier who had been petrified, not scared, but like petrified, via a dagger, yes, stuck into his chest. You have since freed him of that trap, and you're back in the barracks, seeking rest and to get out of the streets before night falls, because you know the demons in this city roam in the night. So I think that's pretty much everything. I'm sure I'm missing something, and you could probably fill us in. So, Nikki, tell us about your characters and anything else you might want to add to that
Well,
situation.
yes, we had an unlucky session last week, but Yuna and Orin are still alive. Um, Orin is now missing a foot as it turned into fireflies. Unfortunately, our PC DN is also missing most of her leg, and Marcus lost both of his arms. So it was a close thing that we're all still alive. And in fact, we did take the dagger from his chest, Phineas, captain of the guard. He was quite disturbed to learn that it's been so long and all of his men are skeletons at this point. And he mentioned something about a necromancer. So now we are in the barracks waiting to see what that's all about. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Right. Right. So you had entered into this barrack building. It was clearly it hasn't been entered or used in a long time, um, and he had been breaking up some wood to light a fire, um, so you can rest. And I think we'll start you off basically. Well, unless you want to do something that night, besides just barricade yourselves in the space. Was there anything particularly you want to do?
No, Orin feeling kind of tired. He also aged 6 years in
Yeah, that's the
in a
idea.
span of like 10 minutes. So he's had quite the day. He would like to go to sleep, and Yuna is very understanding and going to let him.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, Marcus is without arms,
yep.
and not very happy, of course. He had been, I mean, maybe lonely, being trapped in this place alone for so many years. But at least he had managed to stay, fairly intact. Now he's an old man missing two arms. So yeah, he's not saying much. You can see he's not very happy. But what can you do when you lose your arms to fireflies and regular flies? Um, Such is the way. Uh, you all maybe take shifts or whatever if you want to guard. Those of you that have all your limbs, you've got half sword there. Deanne,
Mm-hmm.
even though she's been aged and is missing part of her leg, she's fashioning some kind of a like a peg leg system, out of like a chair leg or something for most of the night, carving something so she can walk. Um, you've got and of course Oren's probably sleeping because he had a hard day. But between all of you, you can take small shifts. And of course, Phineas. Um, you you wake up the next morning. Um, you weren't woken up. Um, you wake up because whoever it doesn't really matter. Um, was on guard duty after Phineas never was tapped awake. And when you go to where Phineas lays, actually he has his own room there. You find laying on his bed a skeleton. You can see
Oh.
it still has though now aged, for lack of a better word, the armor that he wears is corroded and aged. The cloak that he bore on his shoulders is rotten and moth eaten, and he is now much like the soldiers in the yard, skeletal.
Oh, no.
Yeah, if you had come upon him like this, you would have just assumed he was exactly like the rest of them, probably by the way he looks. You do see one thing that seems incredibly untouched on him, though, which is on his left arm there is a bracelet. It is also bronze, but it is studded with stones, not like gemstones, but like some kind of stone, just like basically a beautiful rubber stone type stone. Otherwise, he's basically it caught up with him, basically. What you could imagine. Yeah.
Studded with stones. Well, Una will say, I guess it's still better that he's not still a statue. Because at least now he could go to his final rest. And but she will take the bracelet.
Of course she will.
Yes, she will. Because she's a thief in the end.
Yeah, exactly.
And she will. I don't know what god or goddess he worshipped, but I hope he's drinking in the halls with the gods at this point. Because certainly he deserves it after everything he's been through and how long he had to stand in that courtyard.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to pull the bracelet off, no problem. Like it's not even like it looks brand new, just like it did on his wrist when you probably thinking back, you probably noticed it on his wrist before. But yet all of his other gear has aged as if it was exposed to the elements, as much as the other people were, anyways. Besides that, nobody else has really changed. So unfortunately, nobody got their limbs back or
No.
or anything.
Just doesn't need arms again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, you're not exactly sure what time it is, but you know the sun's up, over the walls. So you were tired probably and slept in a bit.
I'm gonna look at the group, my little motley crew, and say, we should probably be getting back to the others. Hopefully they're still there. I need to get this book back to Mr. Sir, and I have an appointment to have a tattoo in a few days.
Also true.
So if there is a necromancer here, we'll just let him do his thing. Nobody really comes in here anyway, except for demons, and we should go. We're all very hurt.
Right, and actually you would have gotten, if you're down in the hit point, you get one back from sleeping. So, and also one ability score point if you're down.
Yeah. Which I am.
Din is quite hurt. She's very hurt. Half Sword is not hurt at all. That guy is like the luckiest one.
Yeah, Yuna's hurt. Orin is not that hurt. He's just missing a foot, which surprisingly didn't take hit points. But... yeah. And we have some magic or some items that we need to look at, and I think it's time to go. We have what we came for. Deanne has her tiger pelt, and so if we can, we're going to try to make our way back to where we left the rope.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, if you kind of know where it is by that fountain, I mean, you don't really know exactly how to get there, but Marcus, who's been here for a long time, Has a pretty good
Oh,
sense of
how are
the
you gonna
area.
figure him out with no arms?
You know. Yeah, so he could probably lead you generally to that area, which, if you remember, there was a fountain now dried with the skeletons laying around it, uh, which was they well in a ghostly form were calling to you to jump, but none of you guys did that. A lot of Marcus's men jumped, but he did not jump, nor did you. Or he did jump actually, I think, but he didn't die for whatever reason. Yeah, that's how he got trapped in here. That's why he doesn't have a rope. So yeah, you make your way back. That's fine. You were mostly there anyways. Um, you head back towards that fountain area. If you remember, pretty close to it, there was that strangely deep because the wall itself was only a little bit wide, like just barely wide enough to stand on, 4 or 5 feet. There was about a hallway that was like 10, 20 feet deep that seemed to go out through the wall to the set of doors. That's where you saw the first set of statues, the bronze ones across from each other. One of them holding its stomach with a dagger stuck in it, like kind of like, and the other one in that pose, like they just threw it. The first time you had crawled under the statues and went to the door, but it was basically not able to be opened.
Actually, if I go look at that statue, now that I have the other dagger, is that dagger also look like it's could be pulled out, or is that more part of the statue?
Um, yeah, so you look at the statue. It it looks like it probably could be pulled out. Yeah, it's like you're looking around it and you can see that it's not part of it. You can see space around it, I guess, for lack of a better word. Yeah, definitely.
I look at it and I say, but this guy just got attacked. I pulled this out. He's gonna think it was me. I think we're gonna leave it for now. Yeah, I was going to go for it, but I think I'll just leave it.
Okay, you can leave it. Some things are
Wait, I have
best
the
left.
grappling hook. I can do that again. Pull it
Wait,
out with the
what?
hook. Pull it out with the grappling hook again.
You could
Right?
try that, sure. Yeah. You want to put a grapple hook on it and stand back and try to yank it out?
Yeah, I think that's what I did before. That's what we'll try again.
All right. You do that. You put the grappling hook on, and when you pull it, it definitely gives, like you feel it go like, but it seems to be stuck. Yeah, like you can't just pull it straight out. It kind of like you feel it give a little bit, but it's like almost like it wiggles around in there, but it just doesn't pull straight out.
Okay. I will get my hook and my rope and I'll say, we're just gonna leave it. We're very hurt. So
All right. Fair enough. Um,
so we go to the rope.
yeah.
Marcus.
We're gonna leave him in here after all this. He doesn't have any arms.
Oh
So.
no, we'll figure something out. Let's see. We might have to tie the rope around your. Someone will have to tie it around your waist, and we'll have to pull you up and then throw it back down for the person that tied you. We'll have to do, I think.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that between the bunch of you, you can manage to hoist him over. It's probably a bit awkward, as he doesn't have arms to stabilize himself, so he's probably like flipping over and stuff as you do his beard, it's like tossing around and stuff. But you're able to get him. I guess if somebody stayed at the top of the wall to retrieve him up there, because the rope's tied around the ladder, right? You have a ladder up there, the ramp
Right.
ladder.
Oh yeah. So like
yeah.
Una will climb up, and then they can tie him, and she can haul him up.
Yeah.
And then the rest can climb up after.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to do. I mean, you could tie the rope around. You could even loop it around, and two people at the bottom could haul him up like a bucket on a well. Either way, I mean, you don't have a block and tackle, but either way, between the lot of you, you should be able to do it. Since you're only missing one arm, missing all the legs, but only one arm. Only one person's missing arms, I should say, and he's being hauled up. So you got plenty of arms to do it. All right, yeah. I mean, time passes. I mean, you're able to do it. You definitely pull them up. And yeah, you're at the top of the wall. You see your big ladder thing there. You, you know what? Just roll a d6.
Okay. D6. 3.
Okay. Huh. You get up top and you look around and you can see, you've got like about, I don't know, a couple hundred yards, I should say, to the water. Where the rest is, you see they still have their camp set up there. It's been, what, 3 days or something. Your other adventurers are there. The ambassador's son, Maya, the the worshiper of the the, the, the scaled ones. Um, the woman with the purple is her name, right? No, her name's Violet.
Violet.
Violet, yep, Violet, who is
With
the
lavender and
with lavender and purple. Yeah, she the dolphin herder, basically. They're there. Yep, Violet, purple, lavender. Um, and also, I'm missing somebody. Oh, I forget what his name was. The man who's on vacation, the vacationer,
oh, Kalava.
Kalava. Yeah, he's still hanging out too. You see them all over there. You're
Oh,
on top of
I
the wall.
thought
You
he
see
was.
them.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's like apparently he decided to spend a little more of his vacation with y'all. Um, and you're able to climb down, pretty effectively down the ramp to the
Okay.
to the what do you call it? To the ground level and start heading toward back to your camp. Assume that's what you want to do.
Yes.
Cool.
That's what I want to do.
All right. When you're about maybe halfway there, you see another figure that you couldn't really recognize, or you don't really, because you're counting, you're like, there's an extra person there, and it's hard to say um, much about them from this distance, but you're probably first drawn to it. I guess they were sitting down at first, so when they stand up, they seem to be. I mean, you're a decent distance away. They're like average height for a human, I guess. Basically you're drawn to them more because you hear them coughing. Um, you hear this like terrible cough, like very loud in the open space, and when you look, you see somebody standing up, and they're wearing these like silks or like shawls covering them, very tons of different colors. So it really sticks out because you guys are all kind of earth tony for the most part. And they kind of get up and they seem to be shuffling something, and then they sit back down. So you can tell that there's somebody new at the camp.
Somebody new at the camp. Uh-oh. Well, we just have to go back there. So obviously she hasn't heard the rest of them yet. Or he or she or they. So I'll tell everyone to wait back though, so I can kind of go see what's happening. We'll tell Orin and Marcus and Half Sword and Deanne. We have so many guys to kind of wait back, and I'll go up to the camp.
Okay. So you're gonna have them wait there, and you're gonna kind of like, are you gonna like sneak your way up there, or do you want to make your presence known?
I would make my presence known.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You start to approach, and of course, the group turns and they see you, and they're like, "Oh, Yuna!" And you can see that the young man from Candice's eyes are wide. He doesn't see Half Sword at first, but then he sees them behind, and they say, "Oh, you returned from your quest. Look, we've met a new traveler, Madeline."
Madeline.
And you see them kind of, you see his staff like sit in the ground and kind of lifts up slowly, and kind of turns. You can see there's lots of veils and stuff hanging down, but it looks like to be quite an aged woman. She turns and she kind of like moves some of the veils across, and you see that she's got very very bright eyes. And she looks and she kind of just like gives a nod. Um, and then you see that it takes her a second, like she kind of like leans, puts the staff in front and kind of leans on it, almost like she needs the support to stay up um, as you approach, but she doesn't say anything from a distance.
Okay. Well, it seems okay, so we'll all walk up. The whole group can come.
Okay.
And I'll say, Madeline.
Bring his way up.
Yes, Orin and on his staff.
Who has a peg leg now. Deanne has a peg leg, but she's still moving pretty slowly, of course.
Marcus, he can walk, but unfortunately,
he can't wear a backpack.
And then, of course, Hash Sword, who's perfectly fine.
Yeah, of course. I mean, he can do just as much as have a sword. Yeah. So, you approach, and when you get closer, she, you can see she's getting a little wobbly, so she sits back down on a stone around this fire that they've got going. They're cooking some fish from the water. That they've already scooped up from the water, but not goldfish, interestingly enough. But they are.
Well, you don't want to cook goldfish.
No, definitely not.
Goldfish have souls.
That's right. They have the souls of the ancestors. So,
I would introduce myself. Yeah, to her.
Yeah. She looks and she says, I foresaw you coming, child. And she kind of pulls her veils apart. And you can see that her eyes are very like full of moisture, almost like she's like almost teared up. And she says, this is why I've traveled into the wilderness, so that you could help me.
Well, I do like to help, but as you can see, we've barely escaped our last adventure. Don't know how fast we could help you, but what kind of help do you need?
I am in need of coin. I have something to sell. And she kind of pulls up her like long robes, so you can revealing her feet, and around her left ankle is an anklet made of jade. It looks like it's jade and a little bit of silver. And she says, "This has been in my family for generations, but I need coin, and I foresaw that an adventurer who with wealth beyond belief would be in the forest here. So it must be you."
Well, I don't know about wealth beyond belief. Are you looking to sell it to me, or are you looking to have me take you somewhere to sell it?
Well, I think I would. I believe. Yes, I should be selling it to you. Yes, my journey may end soon. Anyways, I'm quite old, you could see.
What do you need the coin for?
To pay for my funeral.
That you don't have any family to pay to help you?
No, I do, and they're charging me quite a bit.
Well, that doesn't seem right.
Telling me. They're at least 20% over the norm.
Well, how much are you looking for this bracelet or anklet?
Well, it is a family heirloom that has been in my family for many generations. I hate to part with it, but she kind of looks up and down. 100 coins would probably be good.
100 coins. Well, why don't you, if your family is asking for this money for the funeral, and this is a family heirloom, why don't you give them the anklet, and then they can get money for it to pay for your funeral?
Oh no. Oh no. This anklet is worth way more than 100 coin. I would not give this to them. They're scoundrels.
But okay.
Right. They do not deserve this. They're probably going to just put me in a hole in the ground somewhere, even though they say that they're going to follow the proper funeral procedures and put each of my limbs into a separate glass jar and float it down the river in wine.
Very interesting funeral rite.
Well, I want to be received into the promised land.
And you have to have your limbs in glass jars of wine in order to be received?
Well, that's the best way. I suppose you could have it in jars of water. But who would rather drink water when they can have wine?
What do you do with the rest of your body?
Oh, well, the organs, of course, are roasted and fed to the yellow pigs as a homage.
And where are you from?
Oh, here and there. I'm surprised you don't know about these customs. Are you not from around here?
No, I'm not from around here. I
Oh.
am sightseeing and adventuring,
Oh.
as you saw.
Oh, yes. Well, I'll tell you, with a family heirloom like this, you will blend in well with the people, and I've also been told that it might have magical properties.
Who told you that?
Well, one does not speak of these things in public.
Well, we're not really in public. We are in the middle of the forest, and these are my friends.
I see. Are all of them your friends? She kind of looks around, squinty at each of them.
Well, acquaintances, anyway.
I see. Well, let me tell you something. You shouldn't just trust people that you randomly meet. That's not a good way to stay alive. I'll give you that advice for free.
Well, oh no, I know that. So then why should I trust that this anklet is worth any money?
Well, you can clearly see that it is. It is made of jade and silver. And a wise old tree told me that it has magical properties.
A tree told you, not a teak tree.
Oh no, not a teak tree. They're not very smart. Sexy, but not smart. No, this was an oak tree.
Sexy but not smart. I like that. An oak tree told you that it had magical properties.
Well, that it thought that it had magical properties. Trees are very indecisive about those things.
Well, 100 coins is about all the money I have, really. I don't have a lot of money.
Oh, well, perfect. If you have 100 coins, that's exactly what I'm looking for. And then I could have proper funeral rites. One does not want to be half buried. What if they don't properly roast and season my organs? Then the yellow pigs won't eat them. And if I go to the afterlife in jars of water, how will I be merry?
Well, even if you give them this money, how do you know they're going to do what they say they'll do? Maybe you should find someone else that you trust to do the funeral.
That's a good idea. I will do that. Do you have the 100 coins on you, or is this like something that we have to go to a bank for?
I didn't say I was going to buy it.
Oh, no, no, of course not. I could just die here on the side of the river, an old lady without proper funeral rites. Yeah, she starts crying.
Oh no. Can I see the bracelet? Can I hold it before I pay you? I won't run off with it. I promise.
Well, the only thing is you have to, uh, in order to remove it from my foot, you're gonna have to cut off my foot.
Oh. But you're not dead yet. Don't you need your foot? I know somebody who has experience not having a foot, and it's not fun. It's not a fun thing to an Orin.
Well,
There's
well,
daggers.
well, what we could do is, once I'm dead and they cut off my foot for the funeral rites, then my family will give you the anklet. That seems fair. Then we're all happy.
Where does your family live?
Oh, you know, down the river down the Goldfish Canal and the town down there. An old lady. My memory is not so good. What was the name of that town? Um, what was the name of that town again? At the end of the canal, when you get to the end of the Goldfish Canal, there's a town there.
Which way?
You know, down the end of the canal. You know, by the river.
Oh, I'm afraid I don't remember either.
Oh, oh, that's. Huh. Hmm. Hmm. Huh. Somebody must remember. What's that town at the end of the? And then Maya's like, "Oh, Jaya? Yes, that's it, Jaya.
Ugh.
Right there at the end of the river."
Una
And
kind
then
of looks
Maya,
at Maya because she's like, she wasn't going to tell her.
and then Maya's like, "Oh, I'm from Singa. I'm surprised we not met before." And then she starts like chatting her up about it. And then she says, "You should have said that before when you showed up here that you were from there. We could have been talking about all kinds of people that we might know." And then the old lady is like, "Well, I keep to myself. I keep to myself a lot, so I don't really have, a lot of people I know there. Um, down in Jaya, where I'm from, at the end of the canal."
I'm sorry, Madeline. I don't think I'm in the market for your anklet today.
Well, that's unfortunate. It took me a long time to walk up here.
From where did you say you were from?
I am from Jaya, by the canal, the goldfish, and the river, the canal. I'm from the. Hmm. She kind of grunts, and then she looks at you, and then she the all the scarves and stuff kind of just go and collapse to the ground, and she's gone.
Well, that was weird. um, Orin's like, yes, there was definitely magic at work there. How very astute. Yeah, obviously. No wonder you're a wizard, Orin. All right, everybody is in the camp now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, did
Get
not
a
trust
roll
that
roll
lady at
call.
all. So we're not gonna. Yeah,
Oh.
don't need a
Um.
cursed anklet or some such thing.
Yeah. So the Oh God, you made me laugh. The guy on vacation. I gotta move his name
Oh,
down.
Kalava.
Yeah, Kalava. Yeah, I gotta put him down here. Yeah, Kalava's like, oh, she seems so nice and innocent. I guess you can't trust anyone.
No, that's right, Kalava. You can't trust anyone. How's your vacation going?
Oh, it's going very well. There's a great group of people here, telling me many stories, all about your exploits. Maya has told me.
Well, Maya is a great adventurer, so we're happy to have her along. Did she tell you about the ogre that we pulled the sword from his toe?
Yes, yes, she did.
As you can see, we've had quite the adventure in that keep. And this is Marcus. And unfortunately, Marcus doesn't have any arms, but we got him out of the keep.
Marcus just kind of looks at you. Kalava's like, oh wow, that must be difficult to be inside the keep by yourself, I guess. Is he by himself in the keep? There's only one. Or did you steal the armless man from another group?
He was by himself. Right, Marcus?
Oh. Yeah, he nods. Huh. How does one survive with no arms? I've seen crocodiles missing limbs, but never a man out in the wilds.
Well, I'm sure Marcus will figure
Course
something
there.
out.
Yes. Well, of course, crocodiles are vicious beasts, but a man is not. Men only
You
do what they
know,
have to do to survive.
Kalava, I've met several crocodiles at this point, and they don't seem that vicious to me.
Oh no?
No.
Oh. Oh well, yeah, I'm sure. No, of course not. They're very civilized when they want to be, but just don't get near one when they're hungry.
I suppose that's true of a lot of creatures.
Exactly. But a man won't eat you. He points at Marcus. Marcus like,
Oh, I
this
don't
man
know about
couldn't
that.
couldn't eat you if he wanted to. Look at him. He's basically useless. Marcus is like,
What is it? Well, I don't know. I think men can be just as dangerous as beasts sometimes. Certainly, I have encountered that in my travels.
well, for sure there are dangerous men. I will not question you there. You must be wary of dangerous men.
Yes, you must. Mm. What time of day is it? It's still early, right? It didn't take us that long to get back.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's probably like, well, I mean, you have to tie him up and flip him over. I mean, it's definitely not even noontime yet now. Yeah.
Well, shall we start our journey back towards? I know, Violet, we still need to find a ruin with snake stone for you.
That's correct. Yeah. Did you want to go further up the river to look for that? Or are you going to go back down and try to locate it on the way up? I mean, assuming you really help.
We didn't see any ruins on the way down, did we?
I mean, not really. There was no. I mean, not unless you go off the river to some. The only thing you really saw that was built up near the side of the river was the place where those statues were reaching over with their hands.
Okay. And they're destroyed, so yeah.
Yeah.
I will ask Deanne actually if she Where is
Oh.
your? I know we need to drop you off at your.
Deanna actually wants to go to the palace because she has to claim her empress ship. This should be this time of year when when the ambassadors are all there. She knows the ambassadors there because of course she spoke with the ambassador's son there, Candice. So she wants to actually go to the palace. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's back towards the river, basically.
Right. So that would be back down, right?
Yeah, well, back down the canal, yeah, towards the main river, would be the fastest way to get there, unless you want to go over land, but in a boat, since you have a kayak with
So many
with a
people
lot of
in
people, yeah. Well, and since you have a dolphin, if you're going to keep the dolphin herder with you, you'd basically go back down to Jaya. And then go a little bit further down the river towards Singa, and there's another canal that breaks off and heads up towards where the river is.
it. Okay.
Where the palace is.
The palaces.
So that's where she's going. She's heading back towards Singa, basically.
Okay. I need to go back to the tattoo woman, but I think that was 7 days away, so I think I still have time for that.
That's right. In Jaya, right? Or in Singa?
What I have is 1 day up the Goldfish Canal.
Wait, okay, right. So that'd be near Jaya then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not up from where you are, but up from the river.
Up from the river, right?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Well,
remember that the Goldfish Canal. Remember, it took you 6 days to get here.
It did.
Well, this is 6 days east. It took you about 2 weeks with the back and forth. Yeah, I mean, you could also look in this general area if you want to search the. And actually, speaking of that, go ahead and roll a d6. You can roll a d6 roll for Deanne first because she's been wandering around. She might actually know where something's around. We'll do Deanne. We'll do Half Sword, who also wandered around.
Yeah, because I need to start heading back to kind of do a little cleaning up here, get myself organized. But we'll see. A 3.
She doesn't recall any Snakestone. Do Half Sword.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see if he. I'm just saying a 1 or 2 on d6. We'll find something.
Nope, 5.
All right. Oh, this is going to be the worst one though. The ambassador's son, who has a terrible sense of direction. Let's see if he saw anything.
Maybe he had to look out because Snakestone is trendy.
It is trendy.
2.
Oh yeah. He passed some. Along the way. Yeah, I mean, you know where you found him, right? And he says that it was somewhere near that area. That was like about 3 days down the river, I think, if I'm not mistaken. That was 1 day north of, or east, I should say, of the statues, right? Because you picked up Half Sword just below the statues, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
So he saw some Snakestone that direction. He thinks
he saw it with. Yeah, he said that day that you found him, he saw somewhere in that area.
So that's also the way over where the silver-tongued people are, right? Not the silver-tongued bar, the
Right, exactly. The silver face, the smiling.
Yeah.
The starlight grins. Yep.
Starlight grins. Yeah.
Right, because they were harassing him. Right. That was it.
Yeah. Well, I think we're gonna head back that way.
Okay.
So that we can stop there and try to get the Snakestone. Eventually I have to return my library books too. Well, Oren got a spell from his. Una still needs to read hers. So.
Yeah, I think you're still got almost probably 2 weeks left on that, but yeah.
Well, I don't want to be late.
No, definitely don't want to return the library book late. All right, so.
Okay, so everybody's back.
All right.
Down the river.
So Violet, the the dolphin herder loads her two dolphins up on their kayaks, and she of course walks in the water and pulls them. I guess as many as possible if you guys get into your kayak. It's like
Yep.
a clown car of a kayak here. Yeah. Um, and yeah, you start to
Is
heading down
Wait,
the.
one sec. Is Kalava gonna come with us?
Oh, do you offer?
I kind of want to keep him close. I have a bad, yeah, feeling about him. So
Oh,
yeah,
really? Well, club?
I would
Okay.
offer.
He seems so innocent. Okay, yeah. Yeah, he says, "Oh, Snake Zone sounds very interesting and also trendy." So he would be down to bring some back, you know, as a token after his vacation. You know, he's been on vacation here. Got to bring something back for his family. Um, yeah. So he loads up, he loads up his bag, with his cleaver and
Yeah.
various items in it, and yeah, he'll also follow along. And obviously, you're taking Marcus, who has no place else to go.
Yes, I'm
So
hoping I can find someone to help Marcus, fashion him some arms or something at some point. And I still have the clockwork child in the boat too that I
you
wanted to
do,
ask somebody about. Yeah.
yeah. Then that child, of course, has two arms. Okay.
Yes, it does.
What's
And
Orin doing with about his foot? Does he have any kind of? He's just kind of like walking with a stoop, or what's his plan? Is
for
he
now, he's walking with a limp on his staff
okay?
until we can find him something. But he is going to eat. Not him. Yuna is going to eat some honeycomb on
Okay.
the boat ride because she's still down fairly low on hit points. Given she almost died to that when Orin became a god. A couple sessions ago.
Exactly.
That is D8.
Yes,
D8 plus
Orin.
abilities.
Yeah, Orin turning into the they're channeling the god, the lost god is always an interesting
It was very bad.
predicament. Yeah.
So she gets 6 points back, so that's good.
Oh, that's good.
So yeah,
All
so
right.
I have one honeycomb left.
Yeah, I mean the man from Candy's gonna looks at it when you eat it. Kind of licks his
I'm
lips.
sorry, I need this. I don't have enough right now to share.
Oh no, that's okay. Don't worry. When we get back to the palace, um, we'll have all the honeycomb that we want. Because my mother, I'm gonna tell her. I am gonna tell her this time. I swear. That's what it kind of looks. And
Right.
they start to head down the river. All right. There needs to be one of those like charts of everybody's relationship. Go ahead and roll for me a D5, a D4.
Before, okay. A 3.
Oh. Okay. You are heading down the river, and you see, um, kind of it's a sunny day, and it's bright out, and you can kind of round a corner, constantly rounding corners. This is a very windy canal. You wind the corner, and you see standing in the middle of the canal, about knee deep in water, which you're imagining is a man. Um, he's got just a loincloth, so he's bare back because his back's to you, and on his back is a large tattoo of a crocodile. Um, he seems to be talking to himself, so he doesn't actually hear you coming. Um, and he is doing some kind of what you imagine would be some kind of a like a sword practice. Like he's got a sword and he's doing one of those things where you're swinging around, that kind of thing. Like he's not fighting anybody, he's just kind of like doing, but he's standing in the water, um, with his back to you, as I said, as you round the corner.
Okay.
And he's saying, "God, evil, destroy, must kill them. They're all evil. They pretend," and that kind of stuff.
Oh. Well, I don't want to surprise. I don't want to scare him or shock him when he has a sword in his hand. So I will yell, "Ho there, in the river! We don't want to
He
hit you."
he turns around like very quickly, like on like he like picks up one foot like up in the air, like this toe up, and then he like, spins around like almost like the Karate Kid, you know. He's like, and he
Oh,
kind of and he looks at you and he says, "How do you know my name?"
what's your is your name Ho there?
There, that'd be a funny name. Nobody would have that name. My name is Ho. I am Ho, son of Ho.
Son of Ho?
Yes, Ho, son of Ho.
Oh, son of Ho.
Yeah,
Well,
that means my
I'm
father was also Ho.
really um I'm really good at guessing names,
Hmm.
so I
Let's
managed to
see.
guess.
Huh. Kind of, he does the squint thing that people do when they don't really understand what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And he says, "You're quite a motley crew."
Well,
You don't have any crocodiles with you, do you?
I don't. No, I do not.
Good.
But you have I see your tattoo when we came around the corner.
Yes. That was a mistake. I have sworn my entire life to guard the scaled ones, and then just last month, they ate my baby.
They ate your child.
Well, I mean, it wasn't a child. Well, I mean, it was my baby. It was a puppy.
Oh no.
I know.
Ate
Can you
his
believe it?
puppy. No, that's awful.
That's right. I've seen the
Why?
crocodiles and defended them when they have slaughtered men and penguins alike. But only something truly evil would kill a puppy and eat it.
Why would they do that?
I guess they were hungry. Look, why do you eat anything?
Well, I mean, I suppose. Did they just come out of the water and grab it?
Yes. How else would they do it?
Oh, I don't know. Some animals around here agree to be eaten, so I just wanted to know what they asked.
Oh, do you think they tricked the puppy into volunteering? They might have. Crocodiles are quite smart and cunning. And you hear the sound of somebody spitting into the water behind you. You turn around, you're not really sure who did it.
Yeah, not really sure. I said air quote it. Pretty sure it was Kala. Well, I'm very sorry. Very sorry they ate your baby. Pets are precious, and I am truly, truly sorry. I know Oren would be very upset if anything happened to his pet. I point to the slug.
He kind of grimaces. And he says, "So now I have vowed to kill any crocodiles I see." And
Oh,
you hear kind of like from behind you. Mm-hmm. And you turn, you don't see who it was.
that seems like a very dangerous vow, considering that crocodiles run these kingdoms.
Yes, that's why I'm practicing my sword play.
I still don't think that's wise. If you kill any crocodiles you see, eventually you're going to be arrested and they'll probably execute you.
Probably. but I can't let it go unavenged. You don't just eat somebody's puppy.
Well, why don't you just make a complaint against that crocodile, that particular one, or challenge that particular crocodile instead of killing them all? Perhaps not all of them would have eaten your puppy. Perhaps it was just that one.
You're not from around here, are you?
I have not, no.
Crocodiles are not beholden to the same laws that we are. They are rulers of the land. They do what they want. Plus, they all kind of look alike, so I don't really know which one it was.
It just seems rash to punish all the members of one species for the actions of just one member.
Well, if you could find for me who the crocodile was that ate my puppy, then I would just kill that one crocodile.
Well, where did your puppy get eaten?
It was, they were, uh, on the, on the dock in Singa. And the crocodile came
Can't
up,
believe.
ate it. Them.
Have you killed any crocodiles yet?
I am quite the crocodile slayer. He kind of flexes. No, not yet. I came here to the wilderness on a vision quest to learn the skill of the sword so that I could seek my revenge. I've read in many a book that that's what you're supposed to do. So here I am, vision questing.
Hello.
I'm also communing
Hello.
with the goldfish. They say that the goldfish hold the souls of the ancients, the ancestors.
That is what they say. How long have you been practicing your sword craft?
You mean like today?
No. I mean, how long since your puppy was taken?
Oh well. I mean, it only takes about a week. No, I mean 2 days. Yeah, it takes. We're about 6 days up the river, so 6 days plus 2 days. Yeah, about 8 days. Yeah, I've heard some people are able to make it up the river faster than 6 days, but it shouldn't take any more than 6 days to get up here.
Right. Shouldn't. You're right. Unless, unless you run into trouble.
That's true, like a crocodile.
Well, I'll make you a deal. I will try to discover what crocodile ate your puppy, and until then, you don't kill any crocodiles. If I can't find it, then I'll let you do what you must. But let me see what I can do.
Um, he says, "All right, well, I have to train anyways. Just so you should know, the puppy was named Ho." Yes.
The puppy was named Ho.
Yeah, it was Ho, puppy of Ho, son of Ho, would be the full name.
That seems like a lot to yell when you're trying to get him to come back in from being outside.
You could say that again.
All right. I will find you. Will I find you in Singa? Will you come back to Singa so I can find you?
When I return to Singa, I will return with vengeance. Until then, I'll stay here.
Okay.
I'm working my way down the Goldfish Canal one step at a time. Each time I take a step, I learn a new move with my sword.
Well, I'm sure you will be very, very proficient in swordcraft by the time you get back to Singa.
Yeah, that is, you hear a voice behind this. That is a pretty good way to learn. Short of having your father be a sword.
Right. That's probably the best way to learn.
Well, you still have to work hard. Just because my father's a sword doesn't mean that I didn't practice.
Oh no, it's obvious from your prowess that you practiced.
Yes. And then to demonstrate how good he is, he stands at the very tip of the
kayak.
The kayak. Yep. So the kayak's loaded with all these people. He's at the end of it, on like 1 foot, with his sword, and he only draws it halfway.
Of course, yeah. Why would you use the whole sword?
He doesn't need the whole sword. He's a half sword. Yeah. I mean, he has a whole sword. He just doesn't use the whole thing. All right. Well, Ho Son of Ho says that he will see you either back on the canal or in Singa, which will run red with the blood. They do have red blood, right? Like I said, I
believe they
yet.
do.
Okay. Yeah, Maya's like, yeah, they do. Yeah, because she's a healer. Yeah, and he says, if you can find who killed Ho, puppy of Ho, son of Ho, then I will just kill that one crocodile. And then he'll be murderer of Ho, puppy of Ho, son of Ho. Well, he's already that, but then I'll know that he is murderer of Ho, puppy of Ho, son of Ho.
Well, you would murder him, right? Murdered by Ho, son of Ho.
Avenging
or the puppy
Ho,
of Ho.
Yeah. Ho would avenge the Ho, puppy of Ho, son of Ho, killed by the murderer of puppy of Ho, son of Ho.
Puppy of Ho.
Right. I wouldn't be a murderer. I'm an avenging force. Retribution.
Right.
That's not murder. Well, it probably would be considered murder by the crocodiles.
But for you, it wouldn't be. All right. I will meet you in Singa.
Yeah, and you kind of hear it behind you, like you kind of mumbled voice, not really sure from who. That's not really murder.
Not sure.
Not really sure. It's hard to make out who that might have been.
Right. All right, we'll continue on as I will try to find the crocodile that ate the puppy of Ho, son of Ho.
Okay, fair enough. And there you go.
Another thing to add to the list.
Yes. Doesn't turn any job down.
Then he won't become trying to stop him from becoming a murder Ho, though. So.
Look at you. Yeah. Yeah, so he continues on his path of goldfish enlightenment as you pass him on the canal, heading down through towards the site, near where you last encountered, or where you first encountered, I should say, the ambassador's son being set upon by the bandits, as it would be.
Yes, that's where I need to go, because that's where I think there might be snakestone.
Indeed. Yeah, so you make your way down. I mean, it's, again, it's like 3 days on the river, so you got, let's roll one more time then before you get there.
Okay.
Give me a D3.
D3, all right. A2.
Oh. Interesting. You get to the location. It's a couple days go by, and you get there, and you pull your boat up onto the shore where you initially met the ambassador's son. He's looking around. He's like, I don't think this is the place, but you're pretty sure of this. You can see the signs of everything where you. Yeah, he's like, I think it might be down the river or more. But you convince him that maybe this is the place. You pull all the boats, all 3 of the boats, onto shore. The dolphin herder rolls her dolphins out into the shallows of the goldfish canal to get themselves hydrated. As they start to set up camp. So yeah, I mean, you would get I mean, it's ruins. You gotta head in looking for them, I guess.
Yes.
Basically, who's going to go out there looking for the ruins with the snakes?
Well, obviously Yuna, and I guess Orin will hobble along.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I don't know how well the peg leg thing would work with him, since it was just a foot. But he could try to fashion, a piece of wood or something.
Yeah, you could put a block of wood there, so at least he's balanced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to be able to run fast, but at least he'll be able to like stand straight or whatever with some help from the staff.
Right.
I'm not going to worry too much about that.
Okay.
We won't get into that right now. We'll hand wave that unless it becomes a problem. Which
Obviously, I would ask Half Sword if he would come.
Okay, I'll take half sword. I think that purple's Violet. I keep calling her purple. That's the name of the dolphin. I think Violet's going to want to come because she obviously needs to collect it. So she puts Maya in charge of the dolphins.
Okay. I will leave Deanne behind at this point. Because
she is missing a leg, yeah.
Yeah, and she has her tiger pelt. She's done what she's, yeah.
Oh, you want to take Marcus?
Marcus of the No Arms? No. Well, I think I'll take Half Sword, and if Violet wants to come, I think we're good. Kalava can stay back.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, he'll stay back. Okay. He's on vacation. He doesn't want to work too hard.
Yeah, he can stay.
He says that if you find any snakes to him that's close enough, he might go back out and get some later, because he would like some snakes.
Oh.
But if you want him to...
If you want some, do you want to come with us?
Well, I thought I could take it as a souvenir.
A souvenir for your family?
Yeah, to give to the kids or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, come on with us then.
Okay. Yeah, he takes his little satchel that he has in his meat cleaver. He doesn't have much equipment, so he takes it all. Half Sword, of course, takes his sword. And, you guys kind of get to... Violet is... I don't believe she's armed at all.
No, as a dolphin herder, she probably wouldn't be.
Yeah, she doesn't have any kind of a weapon. So she just... Yeah, she doesn't. Oh, she has a flute. She has a flute and castanets. So, yeah.
Oh, it took us a few days to get here, right? So I can heal a little bit.
Oh, yeah. You can heal back up a couple. Actually, I can heal the end up a bit, too. Yeah, it's been 2 more days. 2
more days? Okay, so 2 more hit points. 2 more ability scores. Hey, Orin is full strength again.
Oh, great. Let's see what we can do about that.
Just in time for me to spell burn it. Spell burn it right off him.
Exactly. All right. So yeah, you head out, deeper away from the canal. I mean, you would imagine that, as you look around, you see some smaller streams that kind of run into the canal, basically. And you would imagine that any kind of ruin might be connected to water. Typically, they build stuff near water, so you maybe used to follow a stream up for about an hour or so into the forest.
Yeah.
It becomes less and less thick. The trees are more spaced out. You've got a lot more kind of like birch tree, like thin birch tree kind of trees as opposed to big fat trees. No teak trees here, unfortunately. And you're kind of heading through. Go ahead and roll me a d6 to see if you are surprised when this thing steps out.
Okay. 4.
Well, you're not. Okay. So you notice maybe like 50 yards in front of you. I will roll to see how far. Let's do some random stuff today. 6 times. Oh no! Actually, it's pretty close to you, even though you're not surprised. You notice about 120 feet in front of you, which is, I guess, roughly 50 yards. I guess 50 yards would be 150 feet. That you're looking at these trees; they're all spread out. You notice that 2 of the trees seem to kind of uproot a bit and take a step. Once it does that, the trees around rustle a bit, and you hear kind of a voice. So you're looking up, and you can kind of see it's actually there's lots of branches and stuff around, so you can't really see exactly where it's coming from. You can't see the top of this tree. But you hear a voice that's kind of slow, just like it says, but it's very high pitched. I'm not gonna do a high pitched voice, but imagine it's high pitched.
Okay.
Why are you in my forest? There you go. That's my high pitched voice. You should not be here.
we're just passing through. We mean no harm to the forest.
Let's see. So I can do the voice. Sorry. All humans say that. Yeah.
Oh, all
It's
humans.
the end of the year. I'm doing one voice for you this year. This is my voice. This is what you get.
That's fine. Oh, have you had a bad time dealing with humans before?
All right, I can't do it anymore.
That's fine.
Yes. Yes, they take and never give back.
What do they take from you?
Everything. And you see the one like tree foot come up. It takes another step towards you. Now it's I mean those when I say steps and I'm going like this, I mean it stepped about 50 feet, so it's like half the cleared about half the distance in one like a step.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, we don't want to take anything. Well, someone's at the back door bell.
Oh, somebody's at the doorbell. Stand by.
Oh,
I don't think I've ever used a pause on this before. Oh, I don't have a pause on this. Sorry, stand by. I'm back. My monitor arrived.
nice.
All right. Very excited.
I
Okay,
will,
so yeah, this
we'll start
tree
backing
thing.
away. If this tree is moving towards me, we're gonna start backing up.
Okay.
I will say, the only thing I want, only thing I'm looking for, is snake stone. If you can tell me where there might be some of that, I will leave everything else alone.
Okay. Do the back roll here. Okay. What do you have a luck modifier?
No, I don't.
Okay. It says how can I trust you? When every other human has just taken what they wanted.
Well, if I attempt to take anything else, we can have this conversation again. But you will see, I will only take the snake stone.
Okay. So the tree spirit says, follow me. And the feet start to
Okay.
and he starts walking kind of off.
I will look back at my party and I will say, do not make a liar out of me. Take nothing. Not so much as a blade of grass. That's what I will tell them.
Okay. Yeah. So right. So that's right. Of course. Violet is like, of course. Yeah, we just want the snake stone, and Half Sword's like, I have a sword. I don't need anything.
Right.
Well, on the other hand, he kind of just looks. He says, he hears Sandra his breath. He says, "Man is the most powerful. We could take what we want."
If you have a problem with this, you don't have to come.
No, I didn't say anything. You must have be mistaken.
I'll look at Orin. I'll say, just make sure he doesn't take anything.
Okay.
Spider web him if you have to. Yeah, we'll follow the tree. Because I can do that now, so.
That's right. Yeah. I think Oren's done all right. Uh, oh, poor Oren, John says in the chat. I don't know about that. Only because Yuna abuses him.
Yes, she does.
All right, yeah. So you head out. You follow this tree for like maybe an hour or so. It kind of like you were heading like in. It kind of like goes more up the river a bit, and
Okay.
eventually does bring you to what is a ruin. You know, it looks like some kind of an old watchtower or something. And the as soon as Violet sees it, she nods. This snake stone, what they make the snake amulets out of, is basically you can see it like lining. You haven't seen it before, I don't think so. You wouldn't know what it looked like, but it's basically lining the walls, which is how they used it. So there's definitely snake stone here. Let me see if I can find a description of it.
Okay.
It's been so long since I put it in there. Okay. Snake stone is yeah. Uh, Yeah, but like okay, so it's mostly pebble shaped. So basically, the way that they use it is almost like mosaic. They like tile or mosaic. Like, have you ever seen I don't know if you have where you are, but like there's like some of the old buildings where they like basically stick like stone all over the outside of it as opposed
Yep.
to brick. It's kind of like that, but smaller. And of course, she sees it and then she heads up. With she must have some kind of tool, I guess, to scrape it off. So she's going to head up to start like pulling some off the thing. The tree is just kind of standing there.
Okay. I'll
So
ask you if there's anything we can do to help her.
No, I mean not unless you could use a dagger or something if you want. Do it that way. Kalava comes up and he like puts his little sack down on the ground and opens it up and pulls out a small knife that he was using to eat or whatever, and he starts chipping some off for himself. Um, the the tower itself, it looks like it's probably like half collapsed. It's about maybe 30 foot round. There is like a large door that is wooden, and it looks like it was iron bound. It's got but it's like super rusted. But the wooden door itself, if you like were to tap on it or whatever, it's kind of petrified with age, and it's closed. You don't see any windows, but you can tell the tower looks like it's collapsed on the top, like collapsing on itself. Otherwise, besides the fact that and you can see also that other people have definitely mined this for snakestone. You can see that there's areas that are like cleared.
All right. How much snakestone do you need, Violet? How much was the deal
Um,
for Bergen? No, his name was Chartreuse.
Chartreuse,
right?
Yeah. Yes, his name
Her
is
mother's
Chartreuse.
name was Burgundy.
That's
Or
right.
his mother. Yeah.
Yeah,
Somebody's
Burgundy
mom.
is Chartreuse's mom. Let's see. She has like a small sack of it. She says, "Well, I mean, this much. But this small bag of it is all I should owe, but of course they are going to want interest. So I'm going to take 3 bags of it if I can. That's her plan, anyways."
All right. I would try to help as much as I could. Try to get the watchtower intrigues me, but I can't take anything from it if I go in there. So I'm not going to tempt myself.
I mean, I could tempt you, but I won't. All right, yeah. I mean, you do that, and with the tree here guarding you in a sense, nothing disturbs your removal of the stone. It doesn't speak again unless you speak to it. The tree, that is. So if you take the stone and then leave, it just stays where it is, as far as you can tell.
Okay, and that's what I'll do. We'll take the stone and we will leave. and I'm watching Kalava as well. He so much just goes to, like I said, pick grass. I will tackle him.
All right. Yeah. Let's make a luck check to see if Kalava tries to push his luck and take something.
Okay. Yuna's luck is 12, so okay.
Oh, you're pretty lucky, so you're probably be fine.
Oh yeah, I rolled a 9, so 3 under.
Yeah, he doesn't. There's a couple times where it looks like he might, but you know, where you see him like bend down, but then he's just picking up a piece of snake stone off the ground, and he kind of just says, "Oh, this will be great for the family."
Yes, how many children did you say you had?
16.
16. Okay. That's right. Same as Maya.
That's right. Yes. That is quite a coincidence. Of course, all of mine are pure. And Maya kind of looks inquisitively, not quite getting the insult.
So we're back at the boat.
Yeah, and then you can head back to the boat. You won't encounter anything else on the way to the boat, yeah.
Okay. All right, so we have the snake stone. We have to return the book. I have to meet the lady in Sajaya, right, for the tattoo, or by the river.
Yeah, up there. So, I mean, based on the speed that you're going, you're probably going to end up meeting the tattoo artist first. Because you had to be there in a week, right? Was it 1 week or 2 weeks?
It was 1 week. I think it was 7 days.
Yeah, you're probably going to actually just barely get there with all the stopping. If you don't stop again. As you head down the Goldfish Canal, do you want to do anything? I mean, I'm assuming you'll sleep here again tonight, where you're at.
Yes, we'll make a camp here, sleep here.
Okay.
Oh wait, we have to take the snake stone to the Starlight Grins gang, right? Aren't they around here?
Well, you did encounter them here, but they're actually based out of Singa, I believe.
Okay.
You have to bring the boss down there, Bruce.
Bruce, the boss. That's right.
Yeah. That's there in Singa. That's what she was going to bring it. I mean, if you encounter them, clearly,
right.
You could.
Well, they didn't try to extort money for us to come up the river this time, so.
Yeah, you didn't run into them. Yeah, you didn't run into them this time. They weren't here. It's probably not yet, anyways.
Okay. So we'll continue after we sleep.
Okay, you're gonna head back down the Goldfish Canal. Okay.
Yes. Assuming we make it through the night.
Speaking of that, when you wake up in the morning, Kalava's gone. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a little package, like a cloth wrapped around, of some of that dried rations that he was sharing with you, the dried meat that he's been sharing with you guys, in a little note on top, and he says, thank you for making my vacation very exciting. I hope to see you again. I'm sure that my children would love to meet you.
Mm-hmm.
Yours truly, Kalava.
He was from Singa as well, right?
I believe so, yeah. I gotta look him up.
He was either a dock worker or a catfish fisherman. Because he told me both things.
Right. He was either. I like that. He was either, right? Yeah.
Or he's neither, which is most likely.
That's it. Right. He said he was a catfisher. Or a dock worker.
Yeah. But I have his description and I know what he looks like.
Sure you do. Would you like to see him? Did I show you a picture of him already?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, you know what he looks like. He's like a dude. He looks like a dude. He doesn't look like Half Sword, that's for sure.
No, he does not have a
sword coming out. Yeah.
But I'm going to say, I'm going to kind of, give his description or to the crocodiles and think it. I have a feeling.
Oh.
So.
And look at you, Telltale. All right, so that seems like a good place to leave it as you're scheming against your fellow man.
Is it 4:30 already? Oh my gosh, it is.
Who generously left you some of his ration, the delicious dried meat that you've been eating.
Yeah, it's probably crocodile.
I mean, it's certainly not anything you've ever eaten before. It's quite yummy. Yeah, we'll leave it there, and I guess we'll pick up next time, probably at well, unless something encounters you on the way, possibly for your tattoo.
Okay.
Oh, very exciting. All right, well, thank you as always, fun, and we'll see you all next week.